What's up guys, it's Forza Memories, and there are many cars in Forza that have been hyped up for their performance or looks, but fallen short of their advertised capabilities. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over my picks for the top 8 most disappointing cars in Forza Horizon. Let's get straight into it. Starting the list off, we have the 2011 Zinvo ST1. The Zinvo ST1 first appeared in Horizon 3, and its potential was out of this world thanks to its monstrous 6.8 liter supercharged and turbocharged V8 that delivered a ridiculous 1,086 horsepower and 1,054 pound-feet of torque. This incredible power, paired with the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, enables the ST1 to go 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds and achieve a top speed of 233 miles per hour. The ST1 was supposed to take the hypercar world by storm, and it turned out to be a piece of crap. The state tested it on the Top Gear test track, and it lapped slower than the Ford Focus ST. The car even caught on fire after the test because of a cooling fan issue, and that wasn't even the first time it burned down, because a month before the Top Gear incident, one ST1 actually exploded at a parade in Denmark due to a faulty fuel line. Zinvo had the audacity to charge $1.8 million for the ST1, knowing it's a dangerous and unreliable piece of crap. Just like in real life, the ST1's a massive disappointment in Forza. Its handling, even with upgrades, is consistently the worst in S1 class. Combine its poor handling with its mediocre acceleration and top speed, and you have arguably the worst S1 class car in both Horizon 4 and 5. It's also super rare in Horizon 5, being only available as a seasonal award, with the last appearance reward on the Season 14 playlist, which was almost 2 years ago. The ST1 is for sure one of the most disappointing cars in Forza Horizon. At number 7, we have the 2021 Rimac Navara. The Rimac Navara has only appeared in Horizon 5 and is a king of all electric cars. The Navara, which is named after a fierce storm in Croatia, features a quad-motor all-electric powertrain that produces a staggering 1,893 horsepower and 1,739 pound-feet of torque. These extremely high power figures help the Navara go 0 to 60 in only 1.85 seconds and reach a top speed of 256 miles per hour. Only 150 units of the Rimac Navara were ever produced. In 2024, the price of one is a cool $2.1 million. However, there's an even nastier Rimac model available in Horizon 5 called the Concept 2. Concept 2 weighed 441 pounds less than the Navara and had around the same power output. The Navara has worse stats than the Concept 2, and it's not nearly as good when upgraded because the Concept 2 is one of the best drag cars in Horizon 5. They both cost relatively the same also. I was expecting the Navara to have unique customizations or upgrades, but it got neither, so there's really no point in using the Rimac Navara in Forza Horizon. At number 6, we have the 2011 Radical SR8 RX. The SR8 last appeared in Horizon 1 and features a 2.8 liter naturally aspirated V8 that produces 460 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque at only 1,433 pounds. This explosive track toy was able to go 0 to 60 in only 2.7 seconds and reach a top speed of 178 miles per hour. The ridiculous power to weight ratio of the SR8 helped achieve the fastest Nürburgring time for a production car in the world, with a time of 6 minutes and 48 seconds in 2009. Its performance in Horizon 1 was not nearly as good because it was simply put into the wrong class. The SR8 was put into the R1 class, which is the highest class for cars in the game. All of its stats were the lowest for R1. Cornering ability was amazing, but its low top speed rating made it by far the worst R1 class car in the game. The SR8's a demon in real life, but in Forza, it was a massive disappointment. The Funko F9 is featured in Horizon 5 and comes packed with a massive 7.4 liter twin-turbo V8 that produces 1,750 horsepower and 1,475 pound-feet of torque. With these ridiculous power figures and a weight of 2,800 pounds, the F9 can go 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. The engine of the F9 is actually a crate engine called the Chevy LSX 454, which Funko tuned and added twin turbos onto it to increase the output from 627 horsepower to 1,750 horsepower. If you want to get your hands on a Funko F9, you'd expect to pay around $300,000. With these monstrous power figures, I expected nothing short of greatness from the F9, and in Horizon 5, the F9 does not even come close. It's virtually impossible to make the F9 a competitive dune buggy because its explosive acceleration causes extreme oversteer. The F9 is very good for stunts, but it's one of the worst dune buggies to use in races. The F9 is primarily used in Eliminator, and it's really a hit or miss car. If the final race does not involve sharp turns, then you'll destroy everybody left. Or if the final race involves sharp turns, then you're gonna lose. It's just one of those cars that even with a good tune will not be competitive in races. At number 4, we have the 2018 Dodge Demon. The Dodge Demon first appeared in Horizon 4 and was supposed to be a monster in S1 class. Thanks to its 6.2-liter supercharged V8 that outputs a whopping 840 horsepower and 770 pound-feet of torque. The Demon had the fastest quarter-mile time for a production car, and on top of that, the Demon could go 0 to 60 in only 2.1 seconds. There's an even faster variant of the Dodge Demon available called the Demon 170, which comes with 1,205 horsepower and has 0 to 60 of 1.67 seconds. In Horizon 4 though, the Demon is awful. The Demon is super expensive in the auction house, costing 10 million credits, which is just ridiculous. But the reason why the Demon costs so much is because you have to complete 10 difficult chapters of the Stunt Driver Horizon story to get in the first place. For all this trouble, you get a pretty mediocre muscle car that was not even good for drag racing. Even with the best tune, the Demon is super slow and the handling is awful for the higher rated classes. The Demon especially is without a doubt one of the biggest disappointments in Forza Horizon. Entering our top 3, we have the 2016 Spania GTA Spaniel. The Spaniel is the only Spanish-made supercar we have in Forza, so I was expecting some serious performance from it. Underneath the hood of the Spaniel lies an 8-liter twin-turbo V10 that outputs a beastly 912 horsepower and 900 pound-feet of torque. The Spaniel featured a 7-speed transmission that, along with its 3,000-pound frame, allowed the Spaniel to go 0 to 60 in just 2.7 seconds and reach a top speed of 230 miles per hour. GTA Spaniel in Horizon 5 is not bad by any means, but it's not exactly good either due to its mediocre stats for the S2 class. The low acceleration and launch rating of the Spaniel makes it one of the worst S2 class cars in the game. The stats are not even all that great for S1 class. The Spaniel will also run you 20 million credits on the auction house because it was a seasonal award on the spring season of the Series 29 playlist, which took place half a year ago. Overall, the Spaniel did not live up to its potential in Horizon 5. It was a massive disappointment. At our second spot, we have the Lexus LFA Nürburgring Edition. The LFA Nürburgring only appeared in Horizon 1 as a DLC car. I was expecting a lot from this car because the base LFA was a good S1 class car, and the Nürburgring Edition was supposed to bolster its performance even further. This track variant of the Lexus LFA featured the same beautifully sounding 4.8-liter naturally aspirated V8 of the base LFA, but had its power output increased from the 552 horsepower of the base LFA to 562 horsepower in the Nürburgring Edition. The Nürburgring Edition featured a large front splitter, fixed rear wing, canards, race suspension, and high-performance tires. This aero package helped the LFA Nürburgring break the production lap time record of the Nürburgring with a time of 7 minutes and 14 seconds in 2011. Yeah, this thing was pure insanity in 2011, and in Horizon 1, it was damn good, with really good stats across the board like its handling and braking. However, the stats of the LFA Nürburgring were not much different than the base LFA, which was very disappointing, especially since the LFA Nürburgring costed $5 to get. The only differences the LFA Nürburgring had from the base one was slightly better handling and a spoiler, which could be replicated by adding Forza Aero and upgrading the base LFA. I wish the LFA Nürburgring was put into R3 and had its overall stats higher. This thing was a track animal that held a little record the year before. And at number 1, we have the Fast and Furious Flip Car. The Fast and Furious Flip Car appears in Horizon 5 as a DLC car, and oh boy, this thing was a massive disappointment. First off, I never saw this car in Fast X, so I have no idea why it's in the Fast X car pack. But having Flip in the name and not being able to flip cars is lame, but it is pretty good at racing thanks to its 7-liter naturally aspirated V8 that delivers 700 horsepower and 726 pound-feet of torque. With a good tune, the Flip Car is actually a very good A-class car. It's just slightly worse than the overpowered Bone Shaker. Even though the performance of the Flip Car is good, it does not have the ability to do what it was advertised to do, which makes it my pick for the most disappointing car in Forza Horizon. But that's all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comment section what car has disappointed you the most in Forza Horizon.